Hello and welcome to Rev Sports. I'm Gargi Raut, and joining us live from Barbados is Debashish Sen and Ishan Shahane. Debashish has just been inside and witnessed the Indian practice session where a lot of unusual things happened. Three times, and all three times it was Rishabh Pant who was at the receiving end of it. Rishabh Pant was hit in the nets three times, but Debashish will give you all the updates much better than I will. Devashish, over to you. Give us the updates on what Rishabh Pant's net session was like. Clearly, it was a painful net session.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a painful net session, I would say. Getting hit three times, once on his toe, once on his hand, and then on his helmet. Obviously, he's trying lot many things differently. He was trying to playing some shots, trying playing some reverse shots, and then and all the three balls he was given throwdowns by Dan, and the throwdown specialist obviously Nuan. It was all throwdown specialist that was there in the Indian practice session. It was Dayanand Garami, it was Nuan Senaviratne, it was Vikram Rathore, and Rahul Dravid was observing. There was a couple of spinners as well, local spinners. But then, yes, Pant was trying to make it challenging. Obviously, he was trying to play some improvised shots, and in doing so, he got hit thrice, not once, twice, but thrice. And but it didn't look any concerning. That's the good news for all the Indian viewers, Indian fans, and everyone who is watching this live. It is nothing concerning, but definitely he got hit thrice, not once. Means he got hit on his toes, then he got hit on his hand, and later while trying to play that reverse shot, he got hit on his helmet. So, but then nothing concerning. The practice session is over. It was an optional practice session with only three players turning up in the likes of Rinku Singh, Yashasvi Jaiswal, and Rishabh Pant. Obviously, the big news is that Rishabh Pant, and despite getting hit, it doesn't look very scary or very concerning. He is fit. Yes, after getting hit twice, he did take a break. He had a bottle of water. He was cooling down. He was surrounded by the support staff, Rahul Dravid, the selectors, Subrata Banerjee, and there were the other support staff as well, Vikram Rathore, and all the throwdown specialists. But yes, he looked good. He looked good. See, Rishabh Pant, we all know the way he came back from that horrific accident. I mean, the mindset, the mental strength is way from. He is used to this. He is used to these tough conditions, and he knows how to make a comeback. So nothing more serious. Hopefully, he will be available and fit for the game tomorrow against Afghanistan.
Absolutely. And Ishan, your thoughts on Rishabh Pant going through these grueling net sessions, because this was an optional practice session, but Rishabh Pant is showing up time and again. And it's going to be quite interesting to see him in West Indies playing good cricket as well. What are you expecting out of him tomorrow in tomorrow's match?
Yes, Gaki, I think there is a slight network issue from mine. At least I'm hearing you. First of all, can you hear me properly?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. So I think you were asking me about my thoughts on Rishabh Pant's knock today. Am I right? And also, what can be expected tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So I think obviously like Devashish has mentioned, yeah, Rishabh Pant obviously was batting today. He was hit thrice. Obviously, that might be a little concerning at times, which you're playing a big Super 8 game, and when you're going in to play that big game, it might be a little concerning when you're hit thrice. But again, I feel if we're talking about tomorrow's game, at times things like this can happen. This can rise up to the surface. But eventually, you have to leave that aside and focus on the game tomorrow. So I think the game tomorrow is going to be a big one. Rishabh Pant has has already made such a remarkable comeback and into this Indian team after that massive setback. So I think obviously he was hit thrice today, but I think it's nothing serious, and I think the main focus should be on the game tomorrow. If it was something serious, then obviously then there could have been a lot of talks of what now. Thankfully, that's not been anything too serious, and it's just possibly been probably just maybe not the best outings at that net session today. But besides that, I think really the focus will be on the game tomorrow, and I think all his effort will be looking to give his best for the game tomorrow against Afghanistan. Gagi.
Absolutely. And Trisha, similar question to you as well. Rishabh Pant is someone who we have a lot of expectations from. What are you looking forward to in tomorrow's match, considering that we're facing up against Afghanistan? So we know spinners will come good, the conditions are there for it. What do you expect out of Rishabh tomorrow?
I think spinners, of course, one thing is their Noor Ahmed hasn't been in great form, and we know how Rishabh Pant, I think security chased Ishan away. How Rishabh Pant likes left arm spinners, but yeah, Devashish, he suddenly ran off, so I thought security must have chased him away. And this is the shot, Devashish, you were there in the nets. I wanted to ask you that did you see Rishabh trying
See,
for a bit?
this was the break. This was the break when he got
Correct.
hit twice. So he just came back. He just had a bit of cool down. Rahul Dravid, you could see actually next to him, Nuwan Senaviratne next to him. He was having a drink the bottle of water. Soon after, he then again went back to the nets. He went back to the nets again took throwdowns. This time round, it was Nuwan Senaviratne and Dayanand who were giving him throwdowns. And it was during that period he was trying to play a reverse hit, and then he got and the ball climbed up awkwardly, and he got hit, but nothing concerning. He shrugged off and immediately started to take on the next delivery. So nothing much serious.
All right,
Absolutely.
all right. Yeah, Trisha, go ahead.
Yes, as I was saying, against Devashish, did you see him practicing? Because I was seeing one of the Virat Kohli pictures that you had sent, and I was seeing that Rahul Dravid was throwing at a left arm pacer angle to Virat Kohli. The throwdowns. Did you see Rishabh doing something of that sort, or did you see him practicing for a left armer? Because of course there's a Fazal Haq Faruqi who can do left.
Obviously, you have a left-arm throwdown specialist in Nuwan Senaviratne, who is a left-arm throwdown specialist in this Indian team. But barring that, there wasn't any left armers so as to give specific practice. But talking about Rahul Dravid, obviously he gave throwdown to Virat Kohli from 18 yards, not 22 years, but 18 years. So trying to give him throwdowns from close quarters, and Virat was trying to get used to the bounce. Obviously, he was playing some square cuts, some pull shots, but he also looked fluent against the spinners. And obviously, I'm talking about the yesterday's practice session and day before yesterday when he batted for almost 30 minutes. He took throwdowns, and he also faced the bowlers. And Arshdeep, Hardik Pandya, the previous day Jasprit Bumrah, Akshar Patel, Kuldeep Yadav. So, but then here in this picture, you could see actually Rahul Dravid also had a long chat with both Yashasvi Jaiswal and Rinku Singh. So the both seem to be listening to what the head coach was saying. And obviously it was expected that it will be an optional practice session, but then Rishabh did not turn up yesterday, so it was quite obvious that he will be turning up today. And obviously that practice session he got hit twice. But then what I would like to say confirm here is that it wasn't serious. He looked he looked good. He was cracking joke with Yashasvi Jaiswal when he was leaving the pitch, leaving the practice arena. So nothing concerning as of now.
And Devashish, you also mentioned that only a few players, only three players showed up for practice.
Yes, Gargi. Only three players turned up for practice. It's Rishabh Pant, Yashasvi Jaiswal, and Rinku Singh. These were the three players who turned up for the practice session.
All right, all right. And Snehashish Mukherjee has joined us as well.
Gagi, I
So,
think my network is also pretty good now. Somehow it's, I
okay,
think, very
okay,
smooth.
okay.
So yeah.
Yes, you were talking about Rishabh Pant, so why don't you continue your point?
Yes, so I think the point that I was making was that obviously he was hit thrice, and at times that might happen, but it's a big game tomorrow against Afghanistan, and I'm not sure that any of them might be thinking about what has happened in the practice session. The practice session is just used as a way to brush up on your school, like on your skills as much as possible, and then go and do that in that match which is there tomorrow. So obviously hit thrice, which might be a little concerning, but the good point over here, the good part is that obviously it's not something serious. Devashish has clarified that already. So the only focus will be for Rishabh Pant is tomorrow to go out there and continue with that good form that he's shown for this Indian team. Because against Afghanistan spinners, you want your batters to also counter attack, and Rishabh Pant is one such batter who can actually counter attack really well. So I think it's just going to be a mental game from here on, and I think what happened today would definitely it's not that concerning.
Okay, all right. Snehashish, you work with stats a lot. So we were just talking about, like Ishan said and Devashish mentioned, that Rishabh Pant has been practicing against, bowlers like the Afghanistan ones. So, in this pitch in West Indies, how important how important are batters like Rishabh Pant, who have the X factor, who can go gung ho from the get go. So, talk about that.
Look, for a batter like Rishabh Pant, you will always want him to play as free as he can because that is his role. That he has to play freely, right? That whatever the pitch condition, even I think in the group stage matches where the pitches were kind of bowling friendly, he was looking for the reverse sweeps all over the time. Against Pakistan, we were watching the match. We were also few times we were also quite frustrated that he was not connecting the ball. We were trying for those reverse sweeps, but still he was continuing with that shot because that is his go-to shot, and he is quite confident with that. But when it get connected, it will deliver you a four or six guaranteed. Because and Rishabh Pant is quite confident with those kind of shots. So I think. With his natural playing style, I think those kind of shots come naturally to him, and the team management absolutely backed him throughout the years. I will say with this kind of shot at any situation from him. So and the way he has performed so far at number two in this World Cup for India, I think the team management is quite happy, and they will back Rishabh Pant even if he continues to play such outstanding shots at any situation of the game because those shots have been his X factor, and that shots only makes him an X factor for Team India.
Absolutely. And Devashish, another thing that I want to ask you is, did you, hear anything about what kind of surface there will be for tomorrow's match, what pitch is being used, and the other details?
No, both Jonathan Trott and Rahul Dravid was asked about the wicket. In fact, Jonathan Trott was very witty in his reply when he was asked about the wicket. He said, "I'm not going to tell you about the secret, what we are going to do on this wicket." So he did
Oh,
not actually give any away, obviously. But then Rahul Dravid also said that yes, and they are expecting a good wicket, but then. And he did not actually throw light on the playing 11. Obviously, he did say that he did hinted that someone like a wrist spinner might come good. So he was clearly indicating that Kuldeep Yadav or Juvendra Chahal will perhaps may get a nod in and at the expense of Mohammad Siraj maybe because the grounds here, the wickets here is clearly slow and will favor the batters. Yes, there will be plenty of runs on it, but then we have already seen the slow nature of the wickets here in the Caribbean, which is not the case in New York, where it was overly in favor of the fast bowlers. So hopefully India going with an extra spinner, whether it's going to be Kuldeep Yadav or Yajuvendra Chahal is goes to be seen. But as of now, it looks like Kuldeep Yadav has an upper hand.
absolutely. Mayank Madan here is asking, where did Rishabh Pant get hit? It's a worry if he gets injured he's not injured at the moment. He continued batting and he was hit on the head, on his toes and his arm, right, Devashish?
Hand.
Right. Yes. So he's all good. He just had a little break and he was back to batting. So not to worry about Rishabh Pant at all. There's nothing to worry
And
about
the
when it
best
comes
part was, and Mayank, the best part is he was cracking jokes with Yashasvi Jaiswal as he was going back after the practice session. So he is chilled. He is chilled, relaxed. Nothing to worry about. Rishabh Pant, the way we know he has been jovial during the practice session. Yes, these things do happen, but nothing serious. He looked good. Yes, he was trying to be adventurous, trying to play a few shots. Obviously, see, batting in a number three, you need to take the attack on. Obviously, there has to be that out of the box thinking. That is what he was doing. He was trying to make himself challenge, and that was the reason he was trying some improvised shots, and he got hit, but nothing serious. He looked he looked absolutely fine.
absolutely. And Snehashish, Devashish said that Rahul Dravid hinted that there might be a wrist spinner in the team. But Kuldeep or Chahal, who are you bringing in your team 11 for tomorrow?
I think I absolutely agree with Devasita that Kuldeep Yadav is kind of has the upper hand when it comes to get into the playing 11 because if you see the recent performance also, I think Kuldeep Yadav is much more confident and much more informed than Ravindra Chahal in my opinion. And even in India's team, when you see the series, bilateral series, when India played against West Indies in West Indies, I think Kohli was a performed well also in T20 eyes. So I think overall, well, I think we have said this earlier so many times that it is quite sure that India will make a change and one spinner will be added in the playing 11. And I think for me, I think it will be Kuldeep Yadav who will be starting against Afghanistan tonight.
Absolutely. And
Okay, Gargi, I might have to take a leave because I have to join the Hindi live.
yes, yes, I was just saying before you leave, any other updates there are? What can we expect from the playing 11 tomorrow? What are your thoughts?
See, playing 11, it's only the team management who's going to decide on the playing 11. But yes, we can only guess. We can only guess, make assumptions. But then, as of now, it's looking like India will go in with an extra spinner. And in that case, it will probably be Kuldeep Yadav at the expense of Mohammad Siraj. But other team remains the same.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Devashish. We'll let you take a leave. You can join the other channel now. Anyway, Ishan, over to you now. Playing 11, we've talked so much, and you've always preferred Kuldeep Yadav over just not just Preet Bumrah. Sorry, over Yuzvendra Chahal. So, any particular reason why you're going with Kuldeep instead of Chahal?
Um, I think in these conditions, Gargi, to be honest, actually, both these spinners are top class. Even Yuzvendra Chahal is a top class bowler. He has a fantastic IPL record, and he's also great bowler in the T20 format. But Kuldeep Yadav, I feel, will have that X factor. He's a China man. He brings that extra bit of variation, and on this sort of wicket, I feel he'll be more of a menace. To be honest, both of them are like to like comparison. You can't really put one above the other. But Kuldeep Yadav at the moment has that form going for him as well. He had a good IPL as well. And I think the Indians would, want someone like Kuldeep Yadav in their side because of that left arm Chinaman ability. And he can mix it up really well in the Caribbean at the moment. So definitely Kuldeep Yadav will be one notch ahead of Chahal for me. And if it's to take someone's space, I think it'll be Mohammad Siraj. I don't think they will drop Shivam Dube. I don't think they will drop Akshar Patel. There were talks that they might drop Shivam Dube because he's not had the best start. But again, in that game against against Pakistan, if I'm not Pakistan, against the US team where he helped in seeing that through, we made all the difference. So I feel obviously that after that they can't really drop him as well. So it has to be Mohammad Siraj because they might take Hardik Pandya as their extra seamer. He's been bowling really well. But yes, coming back to the question, Kuldeep Yadav has that little bit of X factor. He can get to those wickets early on. He can get to those wickets when you really need them, and that might make the difference, Gagi, on a turning wicket.
Absolutely. And I think that brings us to the end of our show. To anyone who's just joined, you're free to, watch the show once, rewind and watch the show. But anyway, I'll still give the updates. Rishabh Pant was the talking point of this of this practice session because not a lot of players showed up. Only three players showed up, including Rishabh, Yashasvi, and one more. I'm
Rinku Singh.
Rinku Singh showed up. So these three youngsters showed up for the practice, and Rishabh Pant was a talking point because he got hit in the nets thrice, once on his helmet, once on his hand, and once on his toes. But he took a
But
little break.
Gagi, what do you think? Do you think Afghanistan can cause an upset, according to you?
Very likely,
Very
very
likely.
likely.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I feel as well.
Yeah, it's very likely. So, you can't take Afghanistan lightly at this point
Yeah.
because they've been causing a lot of upsets for a long time now in international cricket. So, it's going to be interesting to see tomorrow's game. And keep joining us because we'll be giving you all the updates. We'll be here before the game starts as well. So, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And have a good night. Thank you, everyone.